Bye, Jacob.
No, you don't speak for her.
Team Edward for sure. Team Jacob, all the way. We have recently converted to Team Jacob.
Team Edward, of course.
Edward and Jacob are both good guys. I find it a lot more interesting to have good versus good than good versus evil.
The key difference between Edward and Jacob is not necessarily between the men themselves, but in what they bring out in Bella.
She couldn't have a more different relationship than she does with the two of them.
Edward provides this fantastical romantic love, and Jacob is earthbound love. If you were actually getting married, this is the kind of person you probably should marry.
In a way, they're very similar. They both love her unconditionally.
Just don't ask me to pick teams.
I mean, you have the cold-blooded vampire.
He's been around for 100 and some odd years.
And then here's Jacob, who's just so persistent.
You know, one's the best friend and one is the soulmate.
Edward is something that she needs.
The predator with a heart of gold.
He's a counterpart to her, like chemical balance. And Jacob is sort of the polar opposite of that. He's fun and warm and brings the best things out of her.
I feel like, you know, people pick teams based on sort of their own experiences and you know, how they feel about their own lives.
Team Edward! Team Jacob! Team Edward! Team Jacob! Team Edward! Team Jacob! Jacob!
Why does Team Jacob rule?
I'm named Jacob.
Your name, Jacob?
You got two totally different guys.
Edward is the kind of reluctant vampire.
Jacob's kind of growing up, and Edward's kind of been there. He's mature. He's ready for the commitment.
Marry me, Bella. Jacob is Bella's friend. He really kind of helps Bella out of her depression.
Edward's like that ideal that you never find, and Jacob's kind of the reality that if you're lucky enough to find that, you better hold on to it.
Team Edward.
Definite Jacob, definite.
Wow.
Edward is like naggy.
I did not know this about you.
Sorry.
Stop! You can't hurt each other without hurting me.
I think Edward represents the constantly unattainable, or the person who, even when he or she is in your life, is somehow slipping away at all times.
I feel like Edward is a metaphor for dangerous, unhealthy, obsessive love.
Team Jacob is about the virtues of closeness and friendship and ease and intimacy.
I think we all have a Jacob in our lives, the guy that's really good for you that your mom is rooting for.
I like him as a friend, but he kind of gets irritating.
Yeah, but you know, I really think that the whole Team Jacob, Team Edward thing, a lot of this is based on the type of boy that an individual person's interested in.
Most of the girls I know will say that they had some guy in their life who was like their best friend, who they knew had a thing for them. But the feeling's not exactly mutual, but you don't want to lose your best friend.
I really feel bad for Jacob, because it's a sad situation.
Personally, I'm all for Jacob and Bella. I've only dated the Edwards, and I think I've made a big mistake.
If I was 14, I'd say I'd probably be Team Jacob. That was always more my style.
It would be nice to not want to kill you all the time.
You're gonna put Team Edward to Team Jacob to me? I mean, come on, my brother. You know, what do they say, bros before werewolves?
Don't get me upset.
I'm not afraid to say I'm Team Edward. I love Jacob to death, but I gotta root for my boy.
I really do like Edward and Jacob. It's kind of hard to choose.
Team Switzerland, because they're both pretty fine. Yeah.
I think of myself as, I don't know, a third category, maybe none of the above.
Jasper! Jasper! Jasper!
Alice. I'm Team Mike Newton.
Team Mike is, you know, for everyone who goes through being just totally in love with someone who will just never feel that way about you for whatever reason.
I was just wondering if you wanted to go see a movie with me.
I think if Mike knew his competition was a werewolf and a vampire, he'd back down. He doesn't know that we could just step on him and squish him like a bug.
Team Jacob!
think Taylor's portrayal of Jacob is going to do a lot for Team Jacob.
I know there's all this hype about his muscles, and I'm guilty of that too. I talk about it, you know.
Hello, biceps.
I was wondering how this sort of massive embracing of the Team Edward, Team Jacob phenomenon plays into your performance.
There's definitely a lot of fans that separate onto separate teams, and sometimes it gets me a little nervous because I'm trying to live up to the fans' expectations and trying to represent Team Jacob, you know, in the right way, because this guy's some pretty good competition.
I love you!
I mean, what's not cool about him? He's a vampire, he's what all the girls want.
Yeah, it's too bad that nobody seems to like Rob and that girls just don't seem to find him attractive. It's too bad that didn't work out for him.
First, I'd apologize on behalf of my gender because he's been attacked so many times, and I'm like, if I meet him, I'm just gonna shake his hand.
It's funny, just going from a place where like people who are initially fans of the book and they all, you know, fervently disagree with the casting decision, and just seeing how after the movie, people who were negative at first turn around and defend me and stuff, and not even in terms of the film, just in terms of general public appearances and stuff, which is like, it's kind of amazing.
Do you and Rob, do you all get along really good?
We're all really good friends, and sad to say, me and Rob do get along. It just depends on your type. Team Jacob, if you want a really friendly, if you believe in that friendship and you guys are friends at first and you develop this deep friendship and then all of a sudden fall in love later on, then you should be Team Jacob. Come to the dark side. I personally am not loving her shirt right now. But if you believe in love at first sight and seeing that mysterious man in the corner, then all right, join Team Edward.
I love them both. Yeah, I do really love them both. I love them both.
I love you. Don't make me choose.